Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to do the instant match reaction of Arsenal 4, Brentford 0. So there was 4 second half goals which were enough to give Arsenal a comfortable win over Brentford in a behind closed doors friendly at London Colney on Thursday. Ben White and Gabriel started in a 3-man central defence, and both came through unscathed after recent illness and injury problems respectively. The latter also got his name on the score sheet, lashing home when a clearance fell to him just inside the area to break the deadlock early in the second half. But it was Cedric Soares who stole the show later on, scoring a well-taken brace to add some gloss to a valuable workout for Mikel Arteta's sides. Playing at left wing back, he lobbed the keeper after breaking the offside trap with 15 minutes left, then rose well to head in Nicola Pepe searching cross in the last minutes. Alexandre Lacazette had earlier scored our second, curling home a fine free kick after Ainsley Maitland-Niles was fouled just outside the box. Nearly all the players who are not away on international duty were involved, with Aaron Ramsdale enjoying a relatively quiet afternoon in goal. Pablo Mari started with Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes either side of him in the middle of the defence, with Callum Chambers playing the full 90 minutes at right wing back. Mohamed El Neni partnered Ainsley Maitland-Niles in the midfield, though the Egyptian was withdrawn in the first half to be replaced by youngster Charlie Patino. The front line was made up of Gabriel Martinelli, Nicola Pepe and Alexandre Lacazette. So the squad overall was Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Callum Chambers in the right wing-back position, Ben White in the right centre-back position, Pablo Mari in the main centre-back position, Gabriel Magalhaes in the left centre-back position, Cedric Soares in the left wing-back position, Maitland-Niles and El Neni in the midfield, Gabriel Martinelli in the left winger position and Nicola Pepe in the right wing, and Lacazette up top. And when it comes to the Gunners, they did win 4-0, but there were talks suggesting that Brentford did play on a very young squad, that it was a very comfortable opportunity for Arsenal to get that victory, something that was similar to how Arsenal did beat West Brom in the Carabao Cup, where West Brom did put out their youngsters and Arsenal looked like they'd done some importance. But when it comes to the Gunners, they did at least get a victory over Brentford, and you could say that Arsenal at least tried to show Brentford what they were capable of after getting that obliteration in the first game of the season by losing to Brentford. And a 4-0 win does sound good, but there were lots of factors that need to be taken in my opinion. Yes, one of the things was the fact that Charlie Patino was given a chance in midfield, and it suggests that he makes a real impact in midfield. And it is reported, as I reported once in one of the 4 things spotted in training videos, that the 17-year-old is gradually being integrated into the first team and he's seen as a top talent. When it comes to Cedric Soares, he's someone that did score 2 goals in a behind closed doors win against Brentford at Colney, and Lacazette and Gabriel Magalhaes are also back as well. But when it comes to Mikel Arteta, he was questioned about a variety of things, and he started to say that even with the transfer window closing, he did state after the post-match reaction that he was pleased and there was a lot of complicated markets, but we had to do a lot of things and we had 16 or 17 transactions in total, which was a lot in terms of Mikel Arteta. He also said that the club made a big effort, we had support from the owners to try to do it, and we had to recruit in terms that we could, and I am very pleased. And in terms of Mikel Arteta, he was questioned about how there were players under 23 and they didn't have enough experience. But when it comes to Mikel Arteta, he said different experiences. Some people had different experience in the league, some people don't. But when it comes to Mikel Arteta, there's a lot of things that needs to be taken into consideration, because if you're going to play with the back three, if you're going to bring in a player like Takahiro Tomiyasu, where does he play? Does he play in the midfield, or does he play in the centre-back position? Does he play as a left centre-back? There is a lot of questions that need to be answered. When it comes to Takahiro Tomiyasu, I think he's a decent player. Is he going to refer back to the back 4 formation, or is he going to stick with the back 3 formation? There's a lot of things that I'm really confused about when it comes to Arsenal. But some positives from the game was the fact that the likes of Gabriel Magalhaes has returned to training and played in the game, which is a huge boost. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it into the Brazil squad, as they did have some COVID restrictions, and it was unfortunate for the fact that these players couldn't play. But when it comes to Arsenal, they've made an important bid, which is that when it comes to Gabriel Magalhaes returning back to the club and Ben White also returning as well, playing together, I think it would be useful for the Gunners to have the opportunity to play with a back three, to play with a high line, and that is something that has been seen clearly. But we shouldn't get too excited, because I think most of the players were part of under 21 squad team. But a 4-0 win does sound promising, because we need some form of a change, because the Arsenal fans are already on the edge of saying Mikel Arteta should leave. Some Arsenal fans do realise the fact that we're not the club that we used to be, and we need to lower expectations. But there is people also suggesting, which I agree, in that we are a Big Six club, we are a top 4 club. We want to be in the top 4. Just because the board is reducing their expectations doesn't mean we reduce our expectations. And for me, a top 4 finish is minimum. If Arteta doesn't get a top 4 finish, for me, he leaves the season. I think we need to make a protest on the likes of Sam Kroenke, Josh Kroenke at the club, because they made the transfer decision to bring young players in the profile between 21 to 23. There are also talks that Mikel Arteta didn't have the biggest say in the transfers, and it was more down to statistics and the way they play in that position. And Mikel Arteta just said to Edu, you do your business and we'll see which players you can bring me. And Tomiyasu was a player that was brought in to see as an inverted fullback, but does it fit in Mikel Arteta's new system? I don't know, but I want to see a back 4 formation. Yes, the back 3 is a formation which I've done previously on how Mikel Arteta should line up Arsenal, how Antonio Conte would line up Arsenal. Those videos I did say play a back 3, but with the way we're looking, the way we made the signings in the transfer window, I would love to see a back 4 with Kieran Tierney in the left back position, Gabriel Magalhaes in the left centre back, Ben White in the right centre back, and Tomiyasu in the right back position. So there's a lot of things that needs to be taken into consideration. But overall, we got the victory versus Brentford. Nothing special, it's just a pre-season friendly. I mean, a season friendly. Overall, it's a 4-0 victory over Brentford, but a lot of things needs to be improving, and hopefully we get higher up the league, and there's a huge turnaround after the international break. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal performs at the end of this season. If you want to see more daily videos from Arsenal News TV, make sure you click the subscribe button, hit the like button so I know if you enjoyed the video, and share the video to your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the videos on the screen, and I'll see you there.